lap, but didn't complete it.
Well, damn. No, nobody's hurt us again. Okay. Sorry about that. So, to give the rundown to everybody, Audrey Thompson is on pole, and really that's about it. Apologize for the little technical issues. It's been a long night for a lot of us. With that being said, apologize again. Sorry, Robert, nobody was able to hear you.
Good luck, everyone.
You're good. You're good.
With that being
I do want to say welcome into everybody that's in chat before we get started, though. We got Night Racers at 654 saying hi. We got Inspired Marketing jumping in saying hi. Welcome in. Nice seeing you again. It was an eventful Inspired ARCA race at USA International. But like you said, we got Aubrey Thompson on the front row with Kevin Smith, Aaron Rowland and Joe Hudson on row 2, Dalton Gibson and Justin Malakar in row 3, Aiden Kurt and Sean Kilgore rounding out the 4th row, Spencer Teal and Clint Weist, and then Elijah Fisher and Jason Hall rounding out the top 12.
On back through the field, Frank Chavez, Joshua Hall, 13th, 14th, Braden Powers, Charlie Morgan, 15th, 16th. The points leader coming into the night after his win last week. Meyer deep in the field. Shane Harr, Colton Ward also deep in the field. In 18th, Juan Cobbs Jr. will round out the end of the field in the 19th position, and then obviously I don't make no starts. With that being said, go ahead.
Let's see if we can't pull in our pole sitter in for a quick interview real quick.
We'll try to get him in here. And I cannot pull him in here because it's in Justin's thing.
Hold on. He's so far down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With that being said,
I'm moving him around. He's about to go into like 4 different channels real quick.
Oh, good lord.
He's gonna be like, what the fuck's going on?
From HUD-Right 75.
Robert, language.
I continue a screenshot.
Sorry. I don't know.
Hey, Clint,
It's still not working.
Well, in the meantime, let's get Shane Harr in here. See what the plan
Yeah, go ahead.
Shane Harr, Garrett Jenkins, Robert Wilhoit up here in the booth. You got a copy?
You're good.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, we're going good. A little confused in what happened there qualifying because normally you're at the front. What's going on with the car?
Adding caution?
Nothing really. We just kind of want to hang out in the back early here and, maybe avoid that first wreck that's going to happen. And,
So both?
hopefully in the end, we'll still have that fast repair when everybody wrecks. And you never know what can happen from there.
I have not added a lap, so that's on me. So we're actually about to get going.
Alrighty.
I'm going to drop you back in. Sorry about that.
No problem.
All right, Robert, I am so sorry I forgot to add a lap before the pre-race thing here. So
Oh, you're good.
I don't think it's needed, but still my fault because we normally do it. We're running here. And Thompson jumps out with a great jump going down towards turn number 1. Up the block, the top lane, already going with the 14, Kevin Smith. I haven't seen him here. Is this one of the new guys that's joined tonight?
Well, which one is it?
Kevin Smith.
I can't see. Kevin Smith, yes, he's one of the new guys that has come over from some of the money races that we have done in some other leagues. So, but I would say keep an eye on him. He is a super speedway driver, so he does know how to control the lanes and all that.
Well, meanwhile, the outside lane already fell apart. Go ahead, sorry.
It looks like we're just going to have a 4-car pack on that outside, but those 4, even though everybody's lining up on the bottom side.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
That was my
Caution's out. Juan Cobbs Jr., we just talked about him. He's one of them.
It looks like we got a caution already.
Oh, whoa, go back. Who's turning around? Brain Powers.
We are on the live broadcast.
God almighty. I hate to see that, too. I try not to show no bias or favoritism, but hate to see it. That's Jason W. Wall.
That makes sense.
Let's go ahead and look at it here. Oh, that's...
Oh.
God almighty.
That was a hard hit to the outside wall.
Ain't nothing left of that front end.
See, that's why he was chat banned. Because of that right there.
Look at it from slow mo, see what happens here. Looks like Frank Chavez in
Looks
23.
Like
my friends never
it looks like the 23 checked up, and then it looks like Braden tried to jump to the outside and just didn't jump out far enough and just made enough contact to that right rear that it just turned him right to the outside wall.
Of course, you alluded to what Shane Hart said earlier in the race, trying to avoid that big incident, and I mean, he's one of them. It happened right in front of him. But yeah, it looks like a misjudge on the 16 for say, and a heavy impact. I mean, before we issue the blame here, I mean, is there anything that Braden can do? Like, does he know that there's a checkup coming, or is the run just too big? I mean, from the driver's perspective, like, what do you have on that?
When you're in the car, you cannot see through the car in front of the one that's in front of you. It's really just a guessing game. You could see that he tried to jump to the outside, but he just didn't go up high enough. He probably thought he was given enough room and just unfortunately made that contact and spun them both and put the 40 into the outside wall. I hate to see that this early in the race. But yeah, it's when you're driving, it is very hard to see the checkups coming. Sometimes you try to make that move to the outside to miss it and everything, but can't really. It's hard to tell.
Ultimately, it would appear that race control is thinking that the 16, regardless, it's a bad push or a bad hit on the 16, which caused that incident. So race control is thinking that it will be on the 16 regardless. And I think he's ready to put his word out, and he is. We'll go down to race control here. So after review of the incident, the 16 delivers a bad push to the 40, which in turn triggers the incident. The 16 will receive the EOL. Thank you. And we have issues live. Elijah Fisher has stalled it, or something has happened to the driver to number 2.
41.
41. Something's happened to the 2 car. Let us get word on what exactly it is.
Not sure what happened to the 2 car there. Elijah Fisher,
It's been a rough night. He's back rolling on the screen. He is back rolling on the race control app, so he will be fine. And I believe we are getting ready to do the 1 to green here, so of course Braden Powers will be receiving the EOL.
So Chad is asking, it is 50 laps tonight. This is race number 2 of the playoffs for the Super Speedway League. And we are, where's it at? Our points leader right now after the first playoff race is Shane Haar, followed by Aaron Rowland, Juan Cobb Jr., CJ Papa, Dalton Gibson, Eliza Fisher, Justin Malachar, Braden Powers, Sean Kilgore, and Audrey Thompson rounding out the top 10. And then Gordon Glidewell and Frank Chavez is right there on Aubrey's tail.
Of course, Aaron Rowland now, he has, if we go how I think we do, Aaron Rowland has received five bonus points for leading a lap, 3 as a matter of fact. He is looking to claim the bonus points for the most laps led. Dalton Gibson, coincidentally to his outside, has led 1 lap, so that will give him a bonus point as we go through the field here. A couple drivers needing to hurry up and catch up. Robert, we're going to go right here and look.
But no, what I was saying right before that caution happened, even though there was only 4 cars to the outside and everybody was down low,
hold that thought real quick.
And lined up, because of the side draft on these cars on that right rear, you can be in a 3 or 4 car pack and still hang up in the front with everybody doing that with no help. So watch some of these guys that do the super speedway racing and drafting in these cars constantly to be on that outside, and definitely not afraid to throw it 3 wide when the time's right.
Well, that being said, I thought I was going to issue a warning to the 49 for not getting up to the pace car, but he got up to there and a big mitt. What the hell? That's going to be in. Who's that car in the middle? Who's that car in the middle?
That would have been the number 40 car.
We got wrecking.
Oh.
So who's in that 40?
Are
Hold
we
on.
never going to get a green flag run?
Tonight has already started off rough.
Right, that was all shotgun that goes right in. Get into you that hard, like intentionally or not.
So I've got to find out. But there's going to be a lot of things called into question here, obviously. The restart.
Yeah, we definitely got to take a look at that restart, because...
Sorry about that,
But before we do
or
that...
it might have been the 60, I'm sorry, not the 40.
Yeah.
We'll look at it, but first let's get this caution out.
That's embarrassing
under here.
is what that is. That's my fault, though.
So it doesn't start there.
Man. How you doing today?
There's a wreck somewhere in here. Oh.
Elijah got into the left rear. Turned one cop junior.
Look at it one more time here. I mean, obviously the run's coming. There's the run.
Oh yeah, he had a huge run on him. And you see that he lifted to try to check it up, and that run was too much. The momentum carried him right into that right rear or left rear, I'm sorry. And next thing you know, he has those red demon eyes looking right at him from the number 3.
So big of a run, and 2 really nowhere to.
Just a heads up, you guys can't see lane before you cross the line.
So the 2,
23, go.
from what we're seeing here, a little bit too big of a run. He had time to lift, but lifted just a little too late, and really nothing anybody can do at that point. Correct?
Yep, that's what I'm seeing.
All right, let's go. I need to find whoever that car was. There.
It was
82.
right there. No, the number 40.
That is number 40. Let's back this whole thing up. Because I want to see what a restart we got here. Okay, they've been under pace longer than I thought they've been. Okay, here we go. We're coming to it here. And I believe this is the guy. So, a little bit of a layback here.
Yeah, he just jumped that start.
If I believe that's an E. Since there's a wreck right after, so we'll be thinking EOL to the 82 would suffice. The 2 and the 82 or the 40. It's 82 on iRacing.
The 40.
It's 82 on iRacing. On my side, it's 82. So, Elijah Fisher, bit too big of a run into the back of Juan Cobbs, triggers the caution, EOL for him, and then for the 82, EOL for jumping the start.
Yep.
Okay. I need to go ahead and give my verdict.
Say what now? I was asking Frank if he got any damage off of that shotgun.
And I have to unmute them. All right, so after the review of the incident, the 2 gets too big of a run on the 3, triggers the incident, and as far as the 2 will receive the EOL for that caution, and as far as the jump and a restart, the 82/40 in violation jumping a restart will be an EOL in correlation to that. So the 2 and the 82 will receive an EOL for this. Thank you. Great, that's gonna go well. Again,
hopefully we can get a clean start here and get some good clean racing here, but everybody kind of gets settled in.
Yeah, it's been a wild start. Of course, these next gen cars, they're not like traditional cars. That's the 755, a black.
Can I get one of those, please?
What, an EOL? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I screwed up. I missed the pits. I wasn't paying attention.
So 3 EOLs to 3 drivers. That's the first for me as a race control period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the 757 is Weiss,
coming off the 2
and
black stretch. Coming.
He made his
Jason
Midnight
Hall,
Racing League debut last night.
Jason Hall, stay away from
Had a good turnout.
Yeah, live on PBR.
Clearly he's
Hey,
and hopefully he
Wait,
can
you gotta stop, bro. You can't. You're already ahead of us.
Are we on the one to go?
may have to
We
delay
are
green here.
adding a lap.
Clint, stop. Stop. You're gonna have to go
Hold
ahead.
on. Give me 1 second, Robert. 757, I need you to stop where you are on track, on the apron if possible. So a little bit of a confusion here. The 757 was actually lapped the entire field. It happens. I mean, it's.
Do not sit here. It's not open.
I mean, people think
I don't care what
that
I
this is.
said.
People think that this is rare. This actually happens more than what people will give it credit
I
for.
was just curious though, Justin, because I didn't let the leader or anybody take an EOL last night. Are we doing that with this series, or?
Okay, so
So I
confusion.
just.
So who's in the pits?
Drive through it. Don't sit. Not there. I don't want to have a black flag.
Hey, Justin, the 49 went down pit road.
We're seeing it.
wonder if there's any mechanical issues or something. So
I'm working on it. That being said, wonder what a good penalty is for the 49 EOL with him too.
no, that would be a drive-through.
For entering a closed pits.
Yep, after being told that the pits were closed.
49 pits were closed. Justin said that they were. This will be a drive-through penalty for entering a closed pits. Thank you.
I'm sorry, dude. What now?
Jesus. The pit road was closed via admin decision. You entered a closed pits. Therefore, it will be a drive-through penalty. And I know what he's about to say too.
10-4.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right, everybody. Now that the confusion, I believe, is out the way here, and it is. With the confusion out the way.
Sorry, I didn't hear you say it was a closed pit.
It's all right. We'll learn for next time. With 40 to go here, hopefully we can get some green.
I don't know what you did.
We can get. Hopefully we can get some green flag racing in here. So
Good luck.
we're rolling here. Dalton Gibson in the 69 of Charlie Morgan bringing them down. 49, 69 did not get a good
You get a
start.
black flag or something.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Alright, clear. you got a black flag for a passenger space car, but that's fine too. So we'll give him
I do have to say, our points leader Shane Harr has made it up from the back of the pack up to 7th place so far.
I can't hear Justin.
So he's making his way through the pack. We'll see how fast he can get up there to the front.
Hold on, Rob. Justin, can you repeat that, please, or was it all squared away?
Clint, if he has a black flag, Clint, he's clear.
Cleared. All right. Sorry, Robert. Back to us. Been a very
He should have to drive through.
49 did indeed start to drive through anyway.
Yeah, hey, that's
49 was already in the pits whenever I cleared it anyway, so he still started it regardless. All right. If we can get back to the action at hand here. Dalton Gibson, Lee Spencer Teal, Kevin Smith, Charlie Morgan, Frank Chavez. That is your top 5 for the moment. And of course, I mean, Robert, do you think now everybody's had that little moment and kind of shook the cobwebs out? Do you see them trying to just roll here for the next 38 laps or so?
I just got itch.
As you were asking that, you see Shane Hard jump to the middle lane to try to make it 3 wide. But finally, on the backstretch, drops back and tucks back in on that bottom line. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to try to push that outside line. I'm sure there's a bunch of fuel saving going on right now, so you might just see a little bit of patience, but eventually those patients are going to wear very quickly, and they're going to be jumping out and trying to make some moves to get up to that front, especially to get those bonus points.
Of course, reiterated here as Dalton Gibson now takes over the most laps led, though most of it was trying to resolve the caution issue. Right now, Shane Hall running in 11th, just outside the top 10, and for him, I mean, I'm pretty sure he said his pretty much made it clear. Ride, avoid the early wrecks, and be there in the end. But you of all people in the booth right now should know he's only got 2 wins. He's only got He's only got 2 wins this season, but there's been about 2 or 3 other times he has led at the white flag and has not made it back around the leader. Is that something that he can, or anybody for that matter, prepare for? If you're the leader on the white flag and you know that the runs are coming, really what can you do as we look back up here at the lead?
I mean, as a leader, you're constantly, if you're not driving out of your mirror, you're not doing it right. You're going to get hung out to dry unless you have a teammate, that's willing to stick with you until you cross that line. But being Shane Harr's teammate and knowing why he did what he did this week, he's always qualified up in the front. He's always ran up in the front. And like you said, come to the last lap, he loses it. Now his game plan this week, I believe, was to be patient, work his way up through, let the chaos happen, make sure to get around it, don't get involved in it, and be there at the end. As you can see, this outside lane is starting to form up a little bit. You got 6 cars out there that are trying to make a run up, just leaders.
One of them being the 60 of Aiden cars right now, trying to lead that lane. And well, I mean, the 82 of Jason Hall, I mean, just got a penalty, a restart to go, and now look at him bound up there. Is there a preference with these cars really into what lane, or does it just who has the most cars? Well, what goes into the mentality of picking a line here?
So with these cars, you definitely want to be on you want to utilize that side draft, because the side draft is so key with these things. You being in that top lane, honestly, that is the preferred lane. Because you get to that right rear and you're pulling, you can see right there the 60. We got to the 07's right rear, and it just
the wrecking big.
Oh, we got him
Ward.
back. Colton Hunter Ward in the wall.
That all started with, I don't know if the 20 got forced below the WL line. We'll have to look at it and see, but that all started when the 20 got forced, and God almighty. Colton Ward.
That was a hard.
God almighty. Hope you let
that was a hard hit. You can see he has some right front damage. When he hit the wall, you saw the hood come up.
Caution.
Yeah, he's probably looking at it now.
So that's where people don't give me time to look at these cautions, do they?
Thank you for listening.
All right, let's look at it here. Let's just start all the way down the back straightaway here.
Where that yellow at?
So you,
oh shit! Oh, it never displayed.
Admin discretion, but
I apologize. I thought it went ahead and threw it. That's my fault. Caution's out for that incident. I thought it already threw it. All right.
You might want to rewind that back.
Yeah, I apologize on that.
Because that was a little...
drifted down, and I was trying to get out of gas, stay low, and it just drifted up. So I apologize for that. Came up in front of us.
So you can see he was there. The 60s was using that. The 14 gives him looks like a little push, so he actually went down to not run over the leader, and then he came back. He started to come back up, and it looks like Colton Ward
nowhere to go
was giving whoever that was in front of him a push, and then he just slid up into Colton. The 99, it looks like.
So that's right. This is back here with Colton.
can I get back in line?
So let's see here. So everybody sees that Colton's off. Ooh. I want to look at something else real quick. I know we're pushing for time here, but something does not look right here. Not already loose, or is that a netcode deal? Regardless, it's hard to really pin a blame on somebody, because Spencer, if he doesn't go to the apron, he's just going to run over the leader and cause an even bigger wreck. And he cannot control when you're on that flap going up almost 180, 90 mile an hour. When you're on that flat piece, you're going back up regardless. But from what we can see, it's either take the apron and hope for the best, or run over somebody. Or
honestly, I think it's one of those incidents where, I mean, the 99, it looked like he was going to try to shoot down below him to go around him. Just that he was just going too slow, and he caught him too fast, and it shot him Spencer up into Colton. But it's
hard to really.
My eyes, it is kind of hard to put blame on it, but at the same time, you know, as a driver, you go down on that apron, you know that car's going to wash up if you don't start slowing down. And you saw that he kind of bobbled it up once before coming up again. I'd hate to be race control on this one.
How do you think I feel? Ultimately, though, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, he does it. Yes, he has full intent to do it, but I think it's more or less to prevent a bigger wreck or whatever the deal was. Ultimately, if I look at it, I'm seeing it as a racing deal, kind of a racing incident for say. Definitely going to be something that needs to be looked at in the future. And that being said, I'll go ahead and deliver the verdict, but it will be considered a racing deal just because of how the circumstances look. All right, so there's a bit of a tough one. The 20, 20 does get onto the apron and blends back up. Not understanding the circumstances, but from our perspective, it looks like maybe to try to avoid giving too big of a push. Not sure what the circumstances are, but ultimately this will be marked up as a racing deal, mainly for the fact that we believe it was trying to avoid giving too big of a shot or whatever the deal was. It can be up for discussion after the race, but for right now, no EOLs or penalties to anybody at this time. Thank you. Meanwhile, we're in the green here, and God, Robert, is it a full moon out tonight? It has been a wild night for carnage, for controversy, for the whole 9 yards. You get it once every month or so.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night.
You know,
I mean,
Saturday night thunder. That's the way I look at it. You know, you're coming from the racing USAC midgets and sprints in real life. You know, Saturday nights, it was always Saturday night thunder.
Yeah.
And you know, you never knew what was gonna happen. So that's kind of like what super speedways are. I mean, it's more gambling, like a gamble racing style, than it is an actual racing style, because on super speedways anything could happen, you know. But we are getting ready to go green here.
Yeah.
And it looks like we got Aubrey Thompson leading the pack to the green flag. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not Aubrey Thompson. That is the number 60.
Hayden Curtis.
Sorry, I was on line. I got the start on
And you see that there, Elijah Fisher's made it back up into the top 5. He's the second car in the bottom lane. And we'll see how well they get that bottom lane going. See,
go Gibson!
Around.
The big one. God almighty.
Aubrey's
What in the world is that?
God
Aubrey's still trying to save it.
Shane Hard. Colt Ward, that's his second deal of the night. Shane Hard's got a piece of it. Damage to the grill, the points leader.
Yeah, that's my fault, Garrett there.
So Dalton Gibson taking responsibility, but we will still look at it.
And it looks like Justin Mellicar was involved in that. Colton Ward was involved in that after just getting his car fixed.
I mean, holy crap.
Hopefully he didn't get too much damage after that hard hit he had before
electricity there,
that green flag that caused the last caution.
Sorry about it.
Let's go ahead and look at it here real fast. Man, this has been a rough start already. Let's look at it here. Not sure what happens there.
Oh, it looks like he might have had a engine burp or something. He just all of a sudden lost speed or lost power, and
let's listen to it here.
Just no one had anywhere to go with him being up there in the front. And you just see it kind of cut out for a second. I wonder if he's having electrical issues.
Yeah, he lost complete power there or something.
Yeah, he just.
I mean, that's not us being. That's not us being kayfabe. Like something actually happened. That's not us being.
Oh yeah,
kayfabe.
you could.
I mean, look at the RPM.
You can see. Yeah, you can hear it in the engine. It like cuts out all of a sudden.
So he still takes blame for it nonetheless. So evidently he might have flipped a switch or something. I mean, a lot of these big sim racers, they have the whole 9 yards. And yeah, I mean, don't know what the deal was.
It's just everybody behind him just didn't have nowhere to go when he lost that power, and
no, they did not. Well,
unfortunately, everybody.
Chavez almost made it.
Yeah, you see Aubrey coming across his nose, and you still see Aubrey trying to save it, and finally he spins out by himself, luckily not getting into the wall or into anybody else while he was trying to save it. But that was a
that's a big one.
that was a wild ride. You see Justin Hart, Mellicar getting into somebody and getting sideways.
Shane Hart.
See Shane going through the grass.
So
looks like most of his damage probably came from where he went over that little access road and, you know, try to Baja it, test out the suspension.
So race control is ready to give a verdict, as the 07 pretty much has took responsibility for it. And no, don't know what the deal was. It is the cause of this incident, so race control is ready to give its verdict. All right, so after reviewing the incident, the 07 does take responsibility for it, but it just seems like coming down the back straight away, 07 loses power or whatever happens, but either way it does result in the crash. So the 07 will receive the EOL at this time. Thank you. Man, what a night. With that being said, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
He's still on pit road, so I wonder if there's something, something going on that's.
Right now,
hopefully he can get it figured out.
Because he had a fast car, and then the points implications, he's about to go down a lap here.
Yeah, and you see there's just faking out a little bit on up front about pitting. So wonder how many guys are saving their fuel, but that does put Elijah Fisher on the pole or in first. So he will be bringing the field to the green flag here. So we'll see how he can manage that restart, and see if he can get a good jumper if he hangs back to keep them close together.
Just trying to go through the field here. I know most of these drivers. Yeah, there's Colton Ward. He's already used a fast repair, so what damage he does have, he's having to do it manually. Justin Millicar pitted. Shane Har, I believe, was one of them that came in as well on one of these previous attempts here. So most of the drivers that just pitted were involved in some way, shape, or form with that incident. Of course, under the third caution tonight and approaching halfway. And it has been a long night tonight. And yeah, we're just hoping to get some green flag runs here. And the way I see it, the way I see it, Robert, Charlie Morgan, Brain Power, the 757 Clint West, the 82, John Hall, Colton Ward, Joshua Halford, all of them drivers have used their fast repairs, as Dalton Gibson is returning back out to the racetrack. One lap down, and the only car one lap down, so he is still in it if the night keeps going the way that it's been going.
Thank you.
It looks like the lights are off on the pace truck, so it looks like we're getting ready to come to the green. So, well, let's keep an eye on this restart and see how Elijah tries to manage that.
He went late in the box.
He did
like
go
very
late in the
bad.
box.
Oh, they're getting tired.
They're wrecking already.
God
almighty,
man.
Oh,
that's taking out everybody.
Somebody didn't. Somebody
got checked up in front of Shane Har, and Shane nowhere to go.
Somebody missed a gear or something.
Joe, we got about 2 to 4-year-old Greenville picking tires on these cars.
Dom Joe's gonna get his lap back if he didn't get no contact.
How?
Let's go ahead and look at it here, because this is, I mean, the 757 does not get going. I'm gonna go.
Shane was on that right rear, but 757 missed the start, or.
Oh, I see exactly what he did.
He overshifted.
No, he did not. Look, no, hold on. That ain't what I'm seeing. He's in third.
He went third, and then by the time he got hit by right there. Right when Shane got into the back of him, he jumped up into 5th gear.
Where we go? I mean, he's still.
I'm
I mean, still, he's coming. I mean, he's in third gear. I know from experience, most of the time. Hold on. Let's.
Yeah, you want to be.
Like me, the 757 was like.
Hold on. Well, hold on. We'll back it up here. I'm going to judge this off.
Packet law.
The guy that caused the incident started in third gear.
Yeah. Yeah, look at Elijah Fisher right here coming to his restart. He's in second.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just started in the wrong gear and it just checked up that whole bottom lane and
he is.
Shane Hart had nowhere to go.
And he has dropped actually due to packet loss. With that being said, I mean I'm sure it's just.
No, do not push me. I will lose it.
A review complaint. I mean, I'm thinking, you started in the wrong gear and
Dalton did a nice guy, putting people around.
Put it in the wrong gear and just caused that whole incident.
Yellow. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, we're gonna need to clear off Garrett. We got lappers to catch up.
All right, review. All right, so after this incident, upon riding on board with the 757, he does start in third gear, which does cause the stack-up effect, which does trigger the yellow. The 757 would receive the EOL, but being that he has dropped due to a packet loss, there's no EOL at this time. Thank you. So a tough break for really just about everybody who's been starting his ride on board with the 2-car of Elijah Fisher. And it's just been it's been a
possible to get a black cleared for passing the 29. He couldn't keep up.
Yeah. Garrett, can you please? Thank you.
I thought I had cleared it all. Evidently not. So yeah, I mean it's
Thank you.
been a lot of cars tonight tore up. all over. Of course, we were just right up the road. A couple of these drivers, Fisher, Shane, a lot of them drivers just came from right up the road from the ARCA race at USA to Daytona to get in these. So it's just been a crazy night tonight. Ultimately, with 23 to go, I'm seeing more drivers have used their fast repairs. So eventually, we're going to start seeing some DNFs or drivers falling off the pace due to damage. And yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to pull Elijah in here real quick, see if we can't get
I can get him.
A quick interview with him.
You want me to pull him in?
Yo, I really have to pee, so if we could hurry this race up.
Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins, Robert Wilhoit up here. You got a copy real quick?
Second that.
Yes, I do.
A quick interview. Robert, what's your first question?
So Elijah, after a crazy start so far to the race, what do you plan on, or what's your strategy going forward now?
You can speak for him.
I just want to make sure that we get to a certain point. Now we don't have to pit anymore, and then we'll probably head into pit road. I would like to be able to control this race though from here on out. So I played the patient game too long. I got the Brad Keselowski car, and we've got our snowplow attachment attached tonight, and yeah. But still trying to adjust to a new FOV and get the camera angles all good, and I just went back to default, so we're just going to sit and adjust to the rest of the setup change.
All right.
Yeah, I know how it is when your settings aren't exactly right. It does make it a rough night, almost like it was for Hamlin not too long ago with his air hose falling off and having all the struggles that he was having inside his car. So appreciate you jumping in here, or jumping in and everything. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you here at the end of the race.
Yeah, we'll try to.
All right. I don't know what the confusion was for the restart back there, but now everybody seems to be getting up. And We're rolling.
And he got a good jump coming in, and we'll see if he can manage that line or manage it like he was saying.
Right now,
looks like
neither
everybody's
lane
kind of getting spread out. So
neither lane is organized at all.
See who jumps to that bottom.
Well, back through the field here. There's the 60. Down the back straightaway now, 14. Kevin Smith, he is in line. Not choosing to go, but push. Sean Kilgore back there as you look from the spotter tower. Now we're going to go back to regular TV here so everybody can see more, so to speak. 21 laps to go. Maybe a dash to the end, hopefully. Of course, Wild Knight, they're going back too wide. Audrey Thompson, you talked about it. No slouch. She'll jump up there in front of Millicar. And both drivers got... Go ahead.
Watch Aubrey and Justin work that side draft. Get them up there. Because they're going to be coming quick.
How about Spencer?
You can already see their...
How about Spencer Teal? He's had an up and down night from the start. And now he's working outside third car on that top line behind Millicar and between him and Shane, actually.
Yep, and you saw Shane jump to that outside. That, like I said, that outside line is going to be the preferred line. So we'll see here if Elijah jumps up to try to... Oh, see some smoke.
Juan Cobb Jr., hang on to it.
He's trying to save it.
He saved it
looks
again.
like he saved it. Juan Cobb showing those wheel skills.
God almighty, what a save.
You can't park there.
Oh, my Lord. What a save.
Coming back up to the front, Elijah jumped up to the outside to block that outside lane. So now, as a driver with these cars, you just got to sit right there. And
he does.
You don't want to see him dive down like that. He's got his teammate Shane Har back there, but I don't think that they're going to have too much momentum. You see he tried to do a little side draft, kind of stall that lane out so they don't lose too much more.
Of course, you see what's up
now
there
that
now. Millicar Motorsports 1 and 2 as Justin.
Yep.
He tried to block it. He tried to block it. He's in the wall.
They're trying to push him out.
Can't Chastain this wall at Daytona. Spencer Teal up front now. That whole disruption.
You see.
Sorry, go ahead.
The whole outside lane kind of fell apart. Aubrey got separated from Justin. And you see Har Motorsports on the outside. We'll see how much they will work together to try to get back up there. You can see they drop down towards that bottom lane to work that side draft. They got to get a little bit closer. You can see it pulled Justin back. But they've got to get it situated because otherwise they're going to get separated from the top 5.
But as
you can see that gap starting to grow.
That's what Spencer Teal wants. The less cars he has to defend, the better off he is.
Especially with them being 3 wide back there behind him. It looks like he finally tugged back into 2 wide.
Yeah, look at Shane Har, your points leader coming in tonight. He is in the thick of. He's been in the thick of everything tonight.
The best thing that would happen for him right now is if those 2 lines blended in together and worked together to get back up to those front 5, which it looks like the outside lane is starting to get a run. Look at Shane Hart pushing Elijah into the turn and through the turn.
He's
getting him up there on the outside of Aubrey. Shane gets a little loose.
He's one of the best pushers, I know for personal experience. Like if you're driving anybody push you, it's probably going to be Shane Har. He knows when, where, and how to push. As I say that, dancing across the back bumper a little bit, no harm, no foul. But look how he brought that whole outside lane right back up to the front. Elijah Fisher back out in front here because of that one push.
Shane's getting... They're going to try to hang Shane out to dry. You can see Elijah moved up to go with him. Now they're going to be 3 wide.
Commitment.
So Elijah and Shane still have that preferred line. They just have no help.
Man, how about Braden Powers up there after he has had a rough night at it as well? He's been involved in nearly every accident, not of his own making by any means, but man, he is up there with.
Elijah's trying to wheel it, keeps bouncing it off that outside wall. Gotta keep an eye on that, make sure he doesn't busted toe link or anything like that,
Oh,
but
God,
you can see there you go. They took back in behind Justin Melicar, and you know it's starting to get dicey. You can tell it's starting to get down in the laps.
Oh! Fisher gets turned!
Oh!
Thompson's there!
Elijah got
Shane Hall got
turned.
to
That
it!
was my fault. That was all my fault. Every bit of my fault. You ain't got to review it. Give me EOL for real.
Well, I gotta
Sorry
review
about
it.
that, Elijah.
God almighty! I apologize.
I moved a little bit though, Aubrey. My screen actually just went black right before you got in.
I apologize to anybody whose kids are trying to sleep right now for my reactions. God almighty, that was a surprise. Let's look at it here. I got Audrey Thompson saying it's on him. Let's just look at it.
Oh, Audrey tried to get up into that outside lane and just misjudged it and just clipped that left rear of Elijah Fisher, and it just turned him around, and there it goes.
I mean, I'm sure he just tried to give Elijah a frosty. That was all. Yeah. So a blend goes
trying to
bad.
give him the strawberry swirl,
and just missed it. And God, how many lives does Shane Hoare have tonight? God,
I don't know. I'm sure. I believe if he was a cat, he's done used 7 of his 9 lives.
Ashley, let's ride on board with him. I mean, I ain't busted this out all night, and I want to see it now. Woo!
It looks like he made it through there without it getting any damage.
I mean, maybe
looks
a
like
slight kiss to that 38, but nothing bad. Yeah, not really much damage. See, the fender's pushed in, or the front grill area, but I mean, he was involved in that first big one of the night down the back straightaway, so that could have been pre-existing damage. But yeah, one more look at it.
I was gonna say that could be the reason why he was pushing Elijah instead of trying to get up to the front, but
yeah, it's just a misjudge. Yeah. And with that, race control is ready to give his verdict. So after reviewing the incident, 38 comes up, misjudges, and just barely taps to 2. The 38 will receive the EOL at this time. Thank you.
All right, so we are coming down to the last few laps.
Everybody's
going to be.
Everybody pitted.
Everybody's going to be good. So now it is going to be a dash to the end. So now you think the race has been crazy already. You better make sure your seatbelts are tight hang on, because it's about to become a wild ride.
Go ahead and just, if you got a garage and whatever trade you do that requires ratchet straps, I'd go ahead and go take them out the garage and ratchet strap this TV down, because if you thought that the first 75% of this race was chaotic, we just got a green flag run in, which is what we all wanted, and now is 13 to go. Massive points implications already tonight, and let me tell you, it is about to get non-stop.
How many green light checkers do we have?
3. If I'm not mistaken. And it might take all 3 tonight to get to the side of winner. We're going to hope not, by any means.
Hope not.
But it just may.
But if you look in here, you got Justin Melicar, excuse me, that's going to be restarting 4th. You got his teammate Colton Hunty Ward, that's going to be starting, it looks like, right behind him in 6th. And then, obviously his other teammate Aubrey's going to be at the back. You got Shane Hoare right there. It's going to be a dogfight.
I mean, you got.
And I can tell you, if Justin's right there on the outside lane, especially with Colton Hunty Ward, we saw it last night in the Oval League. Them two will hook up, and push each other to the front, and they are not afraid to go 3 wide here at Daytona International Speedway.
Is not going to win the race.
We may be delaying the green here. We're seeing it the 2 and the 99 can get caught up to the field before they get all the way back around to start finishing line. Right now, Elijah Fisher front straightaway and Sean Kilgore even further back. Possible delay to let 2 cars get caught up here so there will not be a black.
If they're not caught up,
while we're doing,
Hold on.
no, but if it's something we did, then yeah.
It looks like they're going to get caught up, though.
so we're getting, I believe we're getting ready to go green.
Not our fault. They stayed there.
Say don't delay just because of me.
All right, we're caught up here. We will be going green this time. All right, Robert. Just want to say thank you for.
Good luck. Have fun.
Just want to say thank you for joining tonight, buddy. We got 11 laps to go here, and shoo.
I just got my popcorn out, and I'm ready to sit back and watch. It's been a blast so far.
Terrible start.
Outside lane did not get a good restart.
Justin.
You see Justin Milecar is already trying to jump 3 wide. He decides to think better of it. Shane
Nobody
drops to the bottom.
Justin
there goes
Milecar
Justin
has
and Colton in the middle.
Bold move right there. Car's getting squirrely. Easy, boys. Easy. Whew, we won't never make another 10 laps if we make it back for 11. This has been, I swear, I've never seen them be more intense like I have tonight. Like, it's been every man for himself. Single file now. Oh, back there in the back. Get out of back there. Get out of back there. They keep it straight.
So you see that Justin tucked behind Shane Haar, trying to get them back up there to the like a 4, almost 5 car little pack. The rest of the field's catching them, but they're coming.
Here they come.
They're going to be coming fast on those top 3 cars. So watch
the move. 49 thought about it.
There.
Nobody went with him.
There they go.
Oh, Shane down.
And Justin stays low. Hang the 69 and Shane Haar out.
49 cut the 84 off big time. Holy heck.
Oh, there goes Justin to the outside. He's making his move with Colton Ward. And
everybody, here comes Thompson. He was just involved in a wreck. Got an EOL.
There's Eliza Fisher. There's Eliza Fisher and Aubrey right back up there. They came all the way from the back, and the best thing to do is what everybody needs to do is to make sure that Aubrey cannot get to Colton Ward, because once them 3 hook up, they will be gone.
Meanwhile, back
working together, and you can see that leader jump all the way up to the front, or to the high side in front of Justin. And there goes Elijah down, dipping to the inside. So it is the fastest way around the track, but it is not the preferred line. Not with these next-gen cars.
Elijah Fisher's last lap was the fastest of the race at a 46.151. But now that outside lane's starting to come up here, and I wonder, because in the Inspired ARCA race, different cars, I know, same concept, Chevrolet led all the way around to the last lap. Do you think there's a possibility?
Up back here.
Do you think there's a possibility that these guys are willing to do that for 8 more laps, and then at the last lap, it's everybody's race at that point?
So as a driver, right now, Justin, Colton, they are in the best seats for this coming to the coming to the checkered flag. That's where you want to be, because you basically dictate what's going to happen coming to that checkered flag. So if it was me, like Justin is, I'd be pushing the leader to start coming back, keep pushing him, make sure no one can get to the inside. And then when we come into turns 3 and 4, coming out of turn 4, I'm making my move coming to that checkered flag. So I wouldn't be surprised if you just see him all, this little front pack stay there. You can see Justin's got a little bit of damage on his right front.
Brayden, please call out your move.
So look at that shove.
Yeah, you got to be careful
Kiss that
pushing that
grill.
tri-over. Got to be careful pushing that tri-over, though. It can get treacherous.
They're gonna wreck. I'm calling it right
Don't jinx it.
It's you can see Colton hanging back. So Justin is trying to make it a clean sweep this weekend for his birthday weekend. And you can see there they go. Justin, Colton, and Aubrey all went low.
And you saw that coming
watch
too.
them, they'll go right back up to the high side.
But meanwhile, and Shane Hart will go
And
up
you
there
see
with him.
Shane
And
Shane's going with him.
Oh, Fisher!
Oh,
Saves
contact.
it!
Fisher down below the yellow line. Come back up.
Oh!
And they're dooring again.
Are you kidding me, bro?
And there goes.
I need a black because I'm getting forced into the road.
And hold on, I'm gonna say this. 69. This is one warning for aggressive driving. Thank you. Now what's it telling?
I now have a drive-through penalty for unsafe pit exit.
Let's go ahead. Definitely
hold on,
clear
Robert.
that.
Bro, stop passing.
Elijah, did it clear for you?
Yes.
Alright, we're good. Back to the lead at hand. That really messed up to where now, with 4 to go.
Now it's 4 to go, 6-car pack. And you got Mellicar Motorsports, 1, 2, 3.
Nobody's willing.
And they're controlling that outside lane.
Kevin Smith does his bottom with Spencer Teal. Back up in line does not help. A little bit of damage to that 14 car, actually. As is Spencer, every car in this field's got damage some way or another tonight. That's besides the point.
Shane's got to try to figure out how he can weave his way in between these teammates, because with them being locked up, it's going to be hard.
Not hitting the brake. Imagine.
Oh, Fisher.
Oh, we got
My
Elijah.
steering's a little bit bent at the moment.
Keep it straight. Keep it straight.
It's okay, Elijah.
Keep it rolling. He is
No, we
rolling.
don't?
Yeah, just throw it. Whatever. Just throw it. It should have been a wreck. That wasn't a wreck. Hard to determine what's going to happen here.
It's definitely not what Justin Mellicar would like to see.
Jason, like, there's cars in front of me. I can't get pushed into them.
See the frustration. Let's just see what happens first. Oh, big run. That was the issue.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was
Yeah.
I don't think honestly. Honestly though, yeah, he's the meat in the sandwich. That's why. That's how I see it. Busted a toe link for dang sure. God Almighty. All right.
Yeah,
It is in turn 2 right now.
Let's just look. Look at this run.
Coming into the backstretch.
And I don't know if he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to listen to the throttle. Well, I really want to go in car and listen to the throttle here. Because I want to say, whoops, that's a crash chopper cam. And now I went too far back. All right, right here.
Elijah,
I don't think he's trying to duck out.
I got pushed into the traffic in front of me.
Yeah, I don't think.
Steering all
He
bent.
lets off.
Trying
That's
to hang onto it, can't.
so, Robert. I'm gonna try to explain my point here the best I can.
It's all good. I knew something was going to happen.
So I don't think Elijah's goal is to try to get caught up back to that front
Because,
pack or try to get caught up to anybody. I don't think he's trying to pass or say when he lets all the guys telling me he's trying to ride. The only issue is the 07. I believe it was the 07.
Yeah, it was the 07 that was sitting there pushed him right up into him, and
I felt like if I hit the brakes, it would
So-
just spun around.
And honestly, we're gonna go back. Does the 07 know? Like I don't think I hear no communication saying to get off of me. To get off of me. You know, the iRacing spotter doesn't tell you nothing about how close a car is. Ultimately, it's hard to
I don't
say.
think there was any communications, but I mean, for me, if you know the guy's pushing you as hard as the 07 was pushing Elijah, definitely you're making a huge run. You know, if you're gonna check up, you got to communicate that because they can't see that from behind you. So it's one of those incidents where it's
for
just
starters, and
yeah,
it's bad communication, but ultimately, most of the times I've seen this before. Mainly a racing incident is how it's normally chalked up as, but I believe race control is going to say something about communication next time. Actually, he's ready now, and ultimately that is what it's going to be marked up as, racing incident. But there is going to be a little message at the end here. So after review, the 07 pushing the 2. The 07 probably doesn't know that the 2's coming up on some lap cars. It's going to be marked up as racing incident, but I will say this is not the first time this has happened. I would like to say that you have pushed to talk, or you can talk on the chat and whatnot. I know we emphasized the language on it, but you can tell the driver behind you or whoever's pushing you, getting a run, check up, or vice versa. You know, you can communicate a whole lot better. And that's what I want everybody to try to do. This should be an overtime attempt. No EOLs at this time. Thank you. And of course, that can be said for
1 and 3, 1 and 3.
And of course, that can be said for.
Good luck, everyone.
That can be said for any league in any race.
exactly. Now this is going to be crazy restart because you got Metal Car Motorsports 1, 2, 3. So you got Justin on the inside, you got Colton Ward on the outside, you got Aubrey behind Justin. I'm interested to see how this restart's going to go because you already know Aubrey and Justin are going to try to get clear of Colton. Colton might try to hang back just a little bit so they can clear and they can control him.
He has free gallons.
But you got Shane Haar, our point leader right now, behind Colton Ward.
My bad.
And I would not be surprised you see him pushing Colton as hard as he can to where they cannot clear up to that outside lane.
Right. I mean, Shane's got his work cut out if he wants to go 2 in a row. And really, I think Hunter Ward is going to do everything he can to help Millicar or Thompson win. He's not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we'll see how this goes.
It's going to be
you know Shane is a big pusher,
right.
So we'll see what
I'm hoping this thing
see what
I gotta be so bad.
they do.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at something.
So here we go. So let's see. Will Justin and Aubrey jump it and time it where they take off? And it looks like they kind of held back a little bit. You can tell Colton Ward
Ward knows the implication. Ward knows the implication
They did exactly what I said that they were going to try to do, which was get clear and move up. So now the race is on.
Yeah. And if anybody's going to make a move between these Millicar teammates, I think it's going to be Thompson. Obviously, the points are a virtue. See, Har, he jumps down.
Elijah, I'm going to follow you.
All right, let's see if that bottom lane. They got to watch that side draft. They don't want Justin will cut. You see Aubrey come down. They want to keep space in between them.
Easy, Shane. Hang on to it.
They
They're
need to
going to
stay
make
linked
it.
up.
Whether what
they're
happens,
going 3 wide.
whatever happens now happens. Race is
All
official.
that's going to do is hurt that bottom lane.
Not what Shane Hall wants
Justin
to do.
wants to see.
And not what Shane
He does
Hall
not
wants
want
to
to see him get organized.
Final lap, Justin Millicar, Audrey Thompson, Millicar Motorsports, 1, 2, and 3. C49 off the wall just a little bit hot. They're getting that. I think Thompson's thinking about it. Yeah, that bottom lane, everybody's racing for themselves. They're not thinking about trying to get up there. Shane Harr back there, third car on the inside. Spencer Till's going to try to make any run he can. Down the front straightaway through the triangle. Thompson looks to his inside, not going to get there. Justin Millicar takes Daytona, and they're wrecking behind. Holy cow. Somebody upside down. Oh, Elijah Fisher's in it. There's the 40. Oh!
You win there, Justin.
That is a Midnight Racing League sweep this weekend. Taking the day.
What?
Justin took the Midnight Racing League Oval opener for season 2 last night, and he is now taking
an interview and stuff first.
So let's make him wait a little bit longer.
Nah,
since he's been saying he's having to go pee.
Nah, man.
But
come on.
We gonna make him wait. Since he swept, we'll make him wait. It's his birthday. It's all right.
It's gonna be
you're gonna see all 3 Millicar Motorsports cars burning it down.
That's gonna be the best. That's gonna be the best one to have. Thompson and Colton Ward. They're all in one session, or one chat. So, what a good way to start it off. The results are in already while we're waiting to get a word with Millicar. We'll see what the updated points. They have not updated yet. So still points unofficial at this time via iRacing standards. And I'm going to need Justin, I'm going to need you up to the interview waiting room here. We can't pull you through where you're at. Make you wait a little bit longer. No, seriously, no, it was the perfect plan. And there they are now. And can I still not pull them through?
I can. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, pull them through.
I'll go ahead and pull Colton in real quick, since he was our 3rd place.
Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins got a copy.
Hello.
Buddy, plan worked out great, didn't it?
Yeah.
Man, a few words.
So always. Colton, up here in the booth, being a racer with you guys, I was sitting there saying, coming to the green flag, watch Aubrey and Justin push to get out in front of Colton. Colton hang back a little bit so they could clear, and then once them 3 are hooked up, it's going to be impossible to pass them. Was that your guys' game plan coming to the final green flag?
Yeah, so Justin and Aubrey were going to go at the beginning of the green light check, or the Geico line, and then they were just going to go up to the wall, and I was just going to go follow them. So that worked.
Alrighty. Yeah, definitely man a few words tonight.
Yeah, he's had
a
eventful night.
You exhausted from the race?
Yeah, super speedways are tough.
I mean, he's had a long night. Finished third in Inspired. Finished 3rd here at Daytona night. Colton, we always ask this question: is there anybody you like to thank tonight?
You know what? I'll give it to the team here, because that was teamwork right there.
All right, buddy. Congratulations, the top 3 sweep tonight for you, both in Inspired and Midnight. We look forward to seeing how you do next week.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Just dump him somewhere.
All right.
Next, we can toss it up.
Aubrey Thompson.
Aubrey Thompson, Garrett Jenkins, got a copy.
I'm here, yes, sir.
Well, no stranger to running up front in HGR and Midnight Night, second place tonight. Massive points gain, all things considering. Drivers who have had trouble tonight. Just take us through the whole night. What was the intensity was off the chart, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely worked out for us three because we were all three working together. So definitely worked out. Didn't want to see that last caution. Definitely didn't want to see that. But it still worked out in the end. I mean, we finished 1, 2, 3. Justin needed the points worse than I did because I missed the first race in playoffs, so I probably ain't got no chance. So we're at least gonna try to help Justin get it.
Robert, you got anything?
I'm sitting here looking at the points after race 1, and you were sitting in tied in 10th. So your finish tonight will help you jump up there.
Points are just
you guys will be chasing Shane Hard down. So coming to that, I asked Colton this, and being a fellow racer and being up here in the booth tonight, I was telling Garrett, you know, these guys are a team. I was like, watch Justin and Aubrey push to get clear Colton, and then once they get clear Colton, they're going to jump up, and then three are just going to hold that top line. I got Colton's response. Was that your guys' game plan?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Yes, it was. I knew Shane and whoever. I don't know who was behind Shane, but I knew that they were gonna at least try it one time to go to the bottom. And I told Justin, I said, whenever they do, we'll go down, grab the right rear. Once they slow down, we'll come back up, we'll be good. And I mean, that's what happened. So, but yeah, it all worked out.
Coming into the night, the plan has succeeded. You sit 9th in points. I hate to say it, but 160 out, but still mathematically eligible. You are the only driver. You're the last driver to be mathematically eligible at 160. Does that affect the strategy tonight or going through the playoffs? Do you want to try to close that gap? What's the mentality going forward?
I mean, as of right now, it's probably going to be to get Justin, try to get him to win the next race to see if he can, take the points. If I wouldn't have missed last weekend, I'd probably be worried more about trying to get the points. But as of right now, we're just going to try to get Justin to win it.
All right, buddy. Of course, I always like to ask, is there anybody you'd like to thank tonight? Family, sponsors, anybody in general?
I mean, just want to thank them two guys there. I mean, run the perfect race. I mean, we couldn't have done no better. I don't think we could have anyways. And I want to thank y'all for the broadcast.
Yeah, no problem.
I do have to say, though, you coming from that last caution.
It's torn up the outside.
Or not the last one, but the one coming to the green-white checkered. When you had that misjudgment, did you think that you were going to be able to get back up to the front with them so quickly, or did you think that you were going to run out of time?
Man, I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I think I got up there in maybe 2 laps.
He stormed up the outside. I know you stormed up the outside.
Yeah,
I was up there. God almighty.
But you and Elijah came from the very back of the pack, and it was within 2 laps, because I was keeping track to see how quickly you guys were going to get up there, because I know how Elijah is. Coming from the back when he needs to get up to the front, he moves very quickly.
Yep.
And by the time we got back to complete that second lap, you guys were right there, and I was honestly shocked that we didn't have something happen with you guys trying to get up there. But everything worked out great. Awesome performance from Mellicar Motorsports. Definitely congratulations to you guys with the 1, 2, 3, and look forward to seeing you guys come out and next week and see how things go.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. And, like I said, once again, thank y'all for the broadcast. Y'all do a great job, so keep it up.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty.
Hopefully he's had time. He's had enough time to go to the bathroom now if he needs to.
Yeah, tried to make it a little bit long enough so he could go to the bathroom before we pull him on in here.
Yeah, he's gonna be
let's
happy.
go ahead and pull on.
He's gonna be happy to hear the results here.
So, let's go ahead and get the birthday boy and the weekend sweeper up in here in the broadcast booth.
Justin Millicar, Garrett Jenkins got a copy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going. Well, me and Robert got good news for you. One, happy birthday, by the way. Two,
thank you.
You sweep the weekend. Three, you told me last week, or you told me at some point last week, or this week leading to this race, you felt like you were out of the championship because of the bad finish last week. You remember saying that? I'm happy to tell you, you come into the night, the results are in for the points. You come into the night 18 points behind Shane Hart tonight. So, is that a relief off your shoulder, or is the war just now starting?
Hey, man, Kobe once said, job not done, man. We got a lot to go. I can't thank my team enough. But, yeah, that's 18 points is great. I'm glad I have a chance. But we still got to get it next week, too. I got to sweep it, I think, to be happy.
Robert?
All right, Justin. The big question. You and Colton and Aubrey, you guys link up. You're running that topside lane, and then the caution comes out.
Oh, God.
What was the first thing that went through your mind?
I don't think he wants to say it on the broadcast.
Dang it. That was the first thing, man. Dang it. We were pretty much guaranteed a top 5 at that point, and we had just dropped Shane off, and obviously that helps me in terms of the points and stuff. So he would have probably finished 6th, which, he finished 5th, but still one spot, that would be 5 more points. But yeah, I was like, dang it, man, we were close because we had broken away, not even just from the top, the whole field there, but we had broken off Shane. And yeah, it was just an unfortunate thing, but luckily we kind of planned out what we were going to do for that green white checker restart there.
Yeah, you can ask Garrett. I called it. I knew exactly what you guys were going to do. And, I'll go ahead and ask it because I asked Colton and Aubrey coming to the green flag on that last green white checker. Was it the plan? You and Aubrey clear Colton, move up, and just control it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Colton's not in it for points, right? So he just came in to kind of help out and whatnot, along with some other drivers out here. I do want to point out Kevin also was not in for points, and just shout him out because he did pull off at the end there to allow, whoever was behind him to gain one spot in case they're in the playoffs. So respect to him. Obviously, if he's going for the win, I have no problem with that. But, at that point, he was running 10th. So shout out to him. But, yeah, absolutely. Once we got up high, I knew it was pretty much over. And I told Aubrey, hey, man, you don't have to push here. I know he missed last week, so he's in a little bit more of a hole than I am because I got those points at least. But I told him, hey, just make it to 4, and then you can dive low and whatnot. But at that point, the run was killed on the inside because Shane took their right rear. So if you guys play that back, Shane wasn't going to win. So at that point, he has to go for finish positions, and he did it. I can't blame him for it. I would have done the same thing, but it killed the inside line. So when Aubrey went down there was absolutely nothing he could do. But I can't be proud enough of these guys, man. Top 3. Obviously, yesterday Aubrey wasn't there, but Colton pushed me there too. So yeah, this has been a perfect weekend and a perfect birthday weekend.
You got anything else for him there, Garrett?
I mean, honestly, going into the night or coming out of tonight, 17 points, man. Does this? Of course, we know the mentality going forward, but is there going to be there ain't going to be any pretty much team orders going through, something that all these guys need to look out for going forward, or is it just going to be, well, play it by ear, we'll figure it out when we get here?
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I have the best shot on our team to win the championship. I'm not sure where Aubrey is and all that, but it's no secret that depending where Elijah is in the points as well, Elijah will probably try and get Shane there, and my team will probably try and get me there. So I don't think there's any problems with that. Now, as long as it's nothing crazy like throwing a late block just to make sure they win or wreck someone, I mean, it's no secret. We're not going to hide it, of course. One of us winning the championship is an overall team win. Same thing with the race tonight as well, which is partially why, with Aubrey finishing second there, he has the second best chance in our team to win the championship because he missed last week. So it helps us out, and instead of being back like 20-something points, we're now only at 17. So we'll see, though. It's going to be a fun one next week, man. It's going to come down to it. This is the first season, and obviously it's been a successful one so far. But I just can't be fucking more proud. Sorry for cussing. I know I got to do all that, but we're probably
going to be deeper in the hole now.
Yeah, I can't be. I can't thank these guys enough, man. They're just actually great, man. So, yeah. Also want to shout out Eternal Racing as always, and just everyone that shows up, including you guys here.
All right, buddy.
Alrighty, final question. Did you make it to the bathroom on time?
I still haven't gone, man. I gotta go, bro.
Well, now, we gave you 10 minutes.
We tried to give you enough time to go, so that way you can enjoy this sweeping broadcast. So, but we'll
sit there and haze him on the
we'll let you go. I know you got to sprint to that bathroom. So,
that's gonna be next
congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Happy
we'll
birthday.
see you next weekend.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too, boss. That being said, Justin Millicar does take the sweep this weekend. We'll look at the race results real quick here. Via Raging Idiot Racing Network and SDK Overlays. Get them a shout out for making these races look good overlay wise. And there you see it, Justin Millicar. Robert, I'll round out the top 5. You want to take it away. But Justin Millicar, winner tonight. Aubrey Thompson, Colt Ward, the Millicar Motorsports sweep. Spencer Teal, points leader. Shane Harr rounds out top 5.
You're going to have to go ahead and continue doing it because I'm having some difficulties over here.
Aiden Currett comes in 6th. Jason W. Hall, a wild night. Back to the front, over and over. A lot of drivers had that tonight. Overcame restart violation. He'll come home 7th. Joe Hudson 8th. Dalton Gibson, another one then, faced adversity all night. Pretty much everybody in this field did in some way, shape, or form. Braden Powers in 10th. That is your top 10. Elijah Fisher 11th. Joshua Halford 12th. Aaron Rowland 13th. Sean Kilgore 14th. Juan Cobbs Jr. comes home 15th. Kevin Smith in a great debut here on Raging Idiot Racing Network. Ultimately does not pan out how he wants it. After being up front earlier, will come home 16th. Frank Chavez 17th. Charlie Morgan will come home in the 18th spot. And then from there, I think there's just one more. And technical issues earlier with the 57 or the 757 of Clint Weist will come home in the 19th position. With that being said, Robert, buddy, I appreciate you coming on board with me tonight. Great having you as always.
It's a pleasure. It
is, and it was awesome to call this race. It was a wild. It was an intense race. It was off the chart. At the end, just a middle car, like he always does, comes in here and makes it through to the end. With that being said, don't go anywhere next week. The points battle's just starting. 9 drivers still mathematically eligible for a championship. And it's only going to get better. We'll see you next Monday. Or next Monday. We'll see you next Saturday night. We will see you Monday night for the Inspired Racing League, Cup Series, and Indy. Until then, everybody have a good weekend.